Welcome to Graveyard Coffee Talk, filmed right here in my cemetery office. I'm Chris. Grab your drink, settle in, and let's dive into the strange, the curious, and the dark, where the coffee is strong and the stories are restless. If you find your way here, then maybe you're like me, someone who's always felt drawn to the quiet corners of the world, the places where stories linger, the place where truth and mystery overlap, the places where people whisper instead of speak. This podcast isn't about shock value. It isn't about chasing headlines or exploiting pain. It's about curiosity, humanity, the strange, complicated, beautiful, and unsettling things that shape people's lives. Before we go anywhere, I want to set the tone for what this space is and what it isn't. This is a place of respect, a place of honesty, a place where we slow down, breathe, and look at the world with a little more intention. I've spent a long time researching stories, some local, some historical, some personal, some that never made it past a rumor. And the deeper I dig, the more I realize that every story has layers of emotion, layers of misunderstanding, layers of choices and consequences, layers that most people never see because they only look at the surface. But here, we're going deeper, not to sensationalize, not to judge, not to point fingers, but to understand. Because behind every headline, every legend, every disappearance, every strange event, there are people, real people, who lived through something confusing or painful or extraordinary. People who deserve to have their stories handled with care. This first episode isn't about a case. It isn't about a mystery. It's about the journey we're taking together, you and me, as we step into the world of shadows, questions, and quiet truth. In the episodes ahead, we'll explore stories that have shaped communities, families, and individuals. Some will be eerie, some will be heartbreaking, some will be hopeful, some will challenge what you think you know, but all of them will be approached with the same intention to understand the human experience behind the story. And I want to make something very clear before we go further. I'm not here to exploit anyone. I'm not here to sensationalize trauma. I'm not here to turn someone's worst moment into entertainment. This podcast is built on respect for the people involved, for the truth, and for the boundaries that keep everyone safe. So grab your drink, settle in, let the world slow down for a moment. As we close out this first episode, I want to return to something we began with, that first sip. This is episode 1, the first sip of Cemetery Coffee Talk. Every story has a beginning, and this one starts the same way so many quiet moments do, with a cup of coffee, a breath, and a willingness to sit with the things that most people rush past. This first sip isn't just the start of a podcast. It's the start of a ritual, a space where we slow down, step away from the noise, and let ourselves wander into the corners of the world that don't always get sunlight. This first sip is where curiosity wakes up, where the mind settles, where the shadows feel a little less intimidating because we're not walking into them alone. So as we begin our journey of Cemetery Coffee Talk, think of this moment as the first warm taste, the one that tells you you're in the right place at the right time, ready to explore the stories that linger long after they're told. As we wrap up this opening chapter, I want to leave you with this. Every story we'll explore together has roots, deep ones. Some are tangled, some are forgotten, some are misunderstood, but all of them deserve to be approached with care, curiosity, and respect. If you're still here, if you're still listening, then welcome. You're part of this space now. This quiet corner where we sip our coffee, breathe a little deeper, and look a little closer at the stories that linger in the dark. Next time, we'll step into our first real tale. Something layered, something very much human, something worth sitting with. Until then, take a breath, hold your coffee close, and keep your mind open. Cemetery Coffee Talk has only just begun.